Well, this week would typically be the third week of the Big Ten Conference football season, but the teams are currently watching other leagues and conferences play from the sideline. 13 ABC's Steve Slipka has more on what Ohio's Attorney General wants to do with one of the Big Ten's most prominent members, Ohio State, and its relentless efforts to play this season.
Christian, last week Dave Yost told the Columbus Dispatch that the Big Ten forcing Ohio State to not play football games this year is a violation of its covenant. So his office is now researching how feasible it is for the university to sue the Big Ten Conference and its members to help recoup some of that lost revenue from television rights if things stay quiet on the football field this fall.
I think it's unlikely that a lawsuit would be successful if it went all the way to the end of the lawsuit.
Jeffrey Rapp is an associate dean and professor of law at the University of Toledo. Sports law is one of his research interests.
An athletic conference is a voluntary association, and what courts tend to do is stay out of the internal decision-making of voluntary associations. They'd only review a decision like that if it were fraudulent, illegal, or clearly violated the organization's governing documents and rules, and I don't think there's a good argument that that occurred here.
But Rapp says a potential lawsuit brought by The Ohio State University against the Big Ten Conference and its schools could have its benefits outside of the courtroom.
One of the things that a lawsuit does is threaten to air the dirty laundry of an organization that might not want to have that aired. So merely being prepared for the lawsuit might lead some schools that are wavering on how to proceed to embrace the idea of moving forward.
Ohio State's new president, Christina Johnson, was one of 3 conference presidents and chancellors who voted last month against canceling the fall football season.
The information that the Big Ten had available to it, all of that is the kind of thing that you can ask witnesses about. And it can be ugly for schools that are supposed to be partners in a joint venture like this to be at each other's throats, not on the field, but in a business and policy sense.
At this time, the Columbus campus will continue to stay quiet on Saturdays this fall.
If you manage to get a case like this in front of a jury in Columbus, Ohio, or otherwise in the state of Ohio, I don't know that I'd want to take my chances if I were the Big Ten. A hometown judge or a hometown jury could end up finding that some rights were infringed.
13 ABC reached out to the Ohio Attorney General's office this morning for comment, but we have yet to hear back from its office. Reporting live, Steve Slipka, 13 ABC Action News.